Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Wednesday morning video. I went away for the whole weekend, didn't have a chance to really upload on my phone, so market rallied Thursday and Friday. Obviously that's very exciting if you're a long-term investor like myself. I've been averaging down in my favorite stock, so really didn't feel like I need to make a video when the market was going up. I did no buying Wednesday, no buying Thursday, no buying Friday, and then I did no buying yesterday. So basically I wanted to make this video. I know I'm a day late to, well no, not a day late, excuse me. June starts basically when this video comes out. So stocks to watch this week and really what I'm gonna be watching in June in particular. So my three favorite stocks are probably what I'm gonna be focusing on now. One is PayPal. This is the stock I've owned since 2019. I was buying the stock in 2019 at, what was I buying it at? I was buying it at $175, $200, and that was a great position at the time. It rallied up in 2021 at its peaks. It went up over $300, so I was up a good amount. Never thought I would see PayPal sub 100, honestly, or even under 150, but here we are where it's at $85.70. It is off its 52-week lows. In my opinion, just where I think we're going in the market, if we have a recession, if we don't have a recession, if we have deflation, inflation, or a slow year, or even into 2023, I really honestly think as a long-term investor, buying PayPal sub $100 is legit a steal. I mean, we're going back years and years and years of basically share price to get to that. And PayPal's become more profitable, become a better machine. They have double-digit growth for the foreseeable future. They own Venmo, and like PayPal's a platform that's going nowhere. They have a great management team. So this is a company where I feel like buying at $85 if you don't have a position, you're kind of, if you're a long-term investor, it's foolish not to, in my opinion. My cost base is like $130, $140. So I've been chipping away at it being $190. So that's what I kind of left it at, and I didn't buy it for years. So this is probably my number one stock I'm focusing on. It's turning into a top 3 position of mine. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Next one will be Shopify. The ticker is SHOP. It's currently at $377.50. This is a company I started buying about 9 months ago. So I've been buying it for a while at this point. I loved it even at which is crazy. I actually started buying it when it was right around $1,000. It came off its 52-week highs, which is like $1,800. They are doing a share split this summer, so that's gonna doesn't make the shares any more expensive or better. It just basically divides the cost of whatever it may be when they decide to do the split, and it allows maybe people that can't afford full shares to buy. It just helps people that might not have the full cash flow to buy it, basically. In my opinion, I mean, even sub 1,000 is a good deal, but really easy money, in my opinion, would be under 525 based on the valuations I ran on this one for where I think it's going the next 3 to 5 years. This is basically viewed as I kind of consider it a mini Amazon. That's kind of how I look at it. Amazon's great and it's so well established, but I think Shopify is a better risk, better reward platform. These guys are profitable. They have double-digit growth for a foreseeable future. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I'm in the wholesale business, so I'm business-to-business wholesale, so a lot of my customers actually run off the platform of Shopify and they love it. Super easy to use. They have different packages, so really love this stock at this price. My cost base is way higher than $375 because I was buying at $1,000 pretty aggressively when I entered in that position. So again, this is my number 2 stock I'm going to focus on this month, and this is this evaluation's silly. So if you're looking for a long-term, fintech company, I mean, buying Shopify at this price is a steal. It just came off its lows. I think the peak lows that just happened about a week ago, it was sitting around 320, 340. So it's already popped up to 377 in a matter of days. So it's just very disrespected right now in this market. Last one would be Affirm, ticker is AFRM. Current price is $29.04. This is a stock I was buying, I believe, around 105 when it started really pulling back around November of 2021. Sub $50 is, in my opinion, a steal. This is my 3rd favorite stock. They are not profitable right now, but they have double-digit growth. If you listen to the recent earnings call and stuff like that, they think that a tougher financial situation is going to actually be beneficial to these guys. because when people max out their credit cards or want to make payments, like pay in full, which is what they're known for, they think it's going to actually benefit them. So I agree with that as long as the consumer can pay the bill, which I think most people will, especially if it's like smaller purchases. If it's like a $300 item, like say a shoe, and they pay it in full, so it's 80. I think they'll do that and actually pay. So this is my third favorite play for the month of June also, and this week. So, you know, if I didn't have a position in any of the threes, buying them right now, you're substantially under my cost base. But yeah, you know, in my situation, I'm like probably 10-12% cash. So I want to see a lot of pain before I go into buying these stocks more aggressively, because my positions are all very well built out in these three, and I will not go into margin. So I just use my money sparingly. Basically the market mood, like basically the sentiment of the market right now, you can see it starting to flip. You know, there's already so much bad news baked in the market, and you kind of get to a point where, okay, we're hitting statistics, worse weeks of red days in a row dating back to 1923. Inflation hasn't been this high in decades. You know, there's recession fears. Like there gets to a point where the bad news doesn't really matter anymore. I think that's where we're at. The mood's kind of like, okay, these evaluations are silly, so we're going to start putting in money. You know, money can't hide on the sidelines all the time, or, you know, money rotates. So obviously, if you run fundamental evaluations, in the stock market, some of these deals are insanely cheap. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just practicing patience. This is one of the hardest things that I had to teach myself for the past couple of years of investing, where you got to pace yourself. It's not a sprint, it's like a marathon, basically. That's how I look at long-term investing. So my positions in this case are all built out. Yeah, they're double digits cheaper than what my cost base is, but these could always go back. You know, we could do we've been falling like this in the market all year. It could be doing this right now. We could leg down again. So if this happens, so we hit new 52-week lows, then I want to be in a position to buy. So that's kind of why I practice patience in the market. And I only have, everyone only has they have some limit of cash. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. The Biden Fed meeting that they Biden had a meeting with Jerome Powell today. Basically nothing happened. So doesn't surprise me. I mean, I really think he's trying to figure out ways to maybe save himself in the mid-election, because I think he knows he's going to get completely destroyed. That's my honest opinion. And he's trying to, even though, the government should have nothing to do with the federal, what the Federal Reserve does, but Biden does influence him to what he does, and he's probably trying to tell Jerome Powell to U-turn. Hey, you need to get this market up. You need to give me something good to go so I can say, hey, I turned the market around and we're going the right direction. He needs something to go off. So that's my opinion. I don't think that's right, but that's kind of what I think happened, because nothing really was talked about, or it wasn't lengthy or anything like that today. So the market did actually relief rally off that. Like, no news is good news. So that's cool. So we'll see. I do think we are going to have some kind of June rally. I don't know if it's going to stick, but just based on the evaluations and the pent-up demand and people wanting to get out traveling, and I think the peak fear has been over. It is over. So that's my opinion. We need to get a lower CPI report. The CPI report comes out, I believe, the 10th of June, and they're expecting 8.2%, which actually scares me, because last month was 8.3. We have to hit this or go 8.1, 8.0. I was hoping sub 8. So if inflation goes higher than last month, like you say, comes in at 8.3 or 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, the Fed's going to have to aggressively tighten the next meeting, which the market's basically screwed, in my opinion, if they do that. But if that does happen, this is why you practice patience. You have cash, and you just buy your favorite stocks and get even a cheaper deal. So that's kind of my thoughts. I know this is a little long, but these are my 3 favorite stocks I'm going to be buying this week and this month. So till tomorrow, I think I'm really close to 800 subs. I think I'm less than 10 away. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, it's much appreciated. Really trying to get the 1,000 subs by the end of the summer. So yeah, that's all I got. Till tomorrow. Peace.